Okay, finally, welcome to another video, guys. For you who haven't seen our content before, make sure to check our channel out, man, because our content is pretty much about everything, you could say, but it mostly focuses on our human psychology, evolution, our cultural evolution, and how we became as sophisticated and as intelligent as we are in the present moment. And due to our name, Dan and Alp's experience, in the future we are going to do more videos about our experiences, like more practical, but you'll see more of that later.
Yeah, so today we're going to mix it up a bit. We're going to do a top 5 of the coolest extinct animals. So yeah, subscribe.
And make sure to turn on that notification bell. Number 5. Paraceratherium. These guys weighed up to 15 tons and could grow up to 5 meters in height. They lived around 34 to 22 million years ago in Eurasia, mostly in the Balkans. As you can see, they were huge herbivores, and nothing really got as big as this unless you count in the periods before the Great Extinction event, 65 million years ago. Paraceratherium was a hornless species of rhinos, you could say. They lived in the period called the Oligocene. Their primary food source is believed to have been leaves and other plants, which this beast easily could fetch due to its enormous size, sort of like a giraffe, just a bit bigger. Paraceratherium was so big that it's ranked as the biggest land mammal to have ever walked the earth.
Moving on to number 4, the woolly rhinoceros. The woolly rhinos roamed in much of northern Europe, and they usually evolved in cold and arid desert conditions, so they were used to the cold. But the unusually small legs made it hard for them to maneuver over deep snow. The land where the woolly rhinos lived later became known as the southern England and the Northern Sea. An adult woolly rhino was typically around 3 to 3.8 meters in length, with an estimated weight of 2,600 to 3,100 kilograms. The woolly rhino could grow up to 2 meters in height.
That one was pretty cool, actually.
You know what's even cooler?
Nah, man, it was cool. What's cool? What's poppin', man?
What's good?
What's good? Tell me, man, what's cool?
Androsarchus.
Number 3. Androsarchus. Androsarchus was the biggest land mammal predator to ever walk the earth. It was closest related to herbivores like sheep and goats, and therefore had hooves instead of paws. So even though it looks like a giant wolf, it's actually genetically more similar to a goat. Still, Androsarchus looked incredibly scary. It had a long snout with large, sharp teeth and flat cheek teeth that may have been used to crush bones. Androsarchus was as big as a horse and could weigh up to 1,000 kilograms. Androsarchus lived between about 45 million and 36 million years ago, and fossils have been found in Asia, mostly in Mongolia. If you ever watched Lord of the Rings or Hobbit, you know the wolves in those movies, they look pretty much exactly like those wolves. Just check this out.
Moving on to number 2, Megalodon. The Megalodon was approximately 19 to 22 meters long and had an estimated maximum weight of 60 tons. Megalodon shark existed around 2.6 million years ago. During this time, the Earth underwent significant climate changes, which would put significant pressure on the Megalodon. So the ocean cooled and the sea levels dropped. The Megalodon couldn't adapt when the climate changed due to its massive size and its need for big amounts of food. The largest great white shark today is around 7 meters long and weighs around 3.5 tons. This makes Megalodon 3 times as long and 20 times as heavy as the great white shark. The gigantic shark obviously required a massive amounts of food, and it's been estimated that an adult Megalodon may have had to consume over 1,000 kilograms of food per day to sustain itself. The fossil evidence points towards that the Megalodon was preying on whales and other large marine mammals.
Moving on to number 1, Gigantopithecus. Gigantopithecus was the biggest ape that ever existed on planet Earth. It has pretty similar features to an orangutan, but was way bigger. It was at least double the size of a modern gorilla. It weighed up to 600 kilograms and could stand up to 3 meters in height. Gigantopithecus lived very recently. Fossils that have been found in southern China indicates that it died out as recently as 100,000 years ago. That means that it lived at the same time as other hominid species, like us humans for example. Some evidence even suggests that this gigantic ape coexisted with Homo erectus, since fossils of both species have been found in the same place. Perhaps the emergence of Homo erectus in Southeast Asia contributed to the extinction of the species, among with other factors. If this species didn't go extinct, it would be a modern day Bigfoot.